As the highly anticipated 2023 presidential election draws closer, a possible rift between ex-Lagos State Governor and national leader of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Vice President Yemi Osibanjo seems to be widening. It is no longer hidden knowledge that the Vice President Yemi Osibanjo was conspicuously the only major politician who did not visit Tinubu in London, where he was recuperating from a surgery. According to This Day, Tinubu did not want to see the vice president, who is rumored to also be nursing an abortion. The paper reports that Osibanjo and General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Enoch Adeboye, had come into the UK to meet with Tinubu, but the Lagos politician avoided them. Essentially, Osibanjo arrived London to attend a conference and then see Tinubu. As he arrived, he was supposed to see Tinubu the next morning, but Tinubu left town by 6 a.m. the next morning to avoid seeing him. Even Adeboye, General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, had arrived a day earlier and they planned to see Tinubu, the source said. The source further disclosed that the vice president has to make up his mind after his failed bid to see Tinubu. Tinubu has ramped up his campaign and Osibanjo also wants to be president and both cannot be president. So now the die is cast for the battle of his life. He has not decided to run, but a lot of people are mobilizing him to run, the source explained. However, according to a source close to Tinubu, the former governor of Lagos State had been in London for 2.5 months, adding that if Osibanjo wanted to come and see him, he had enough time. The president came to see Asewaju. Other leaders came. Osibanjo did not come. If Osibanjo had wanted to come, he had enough time to do so. Tinubu wanted to return because he wanted to avoid the crowd in Lagos and he returned when he did, he explained. However, supporters of the two powerful politicians have claimed that there have been several attempts to pit both leaders against each other over the 2023 presidential elections. Former presidential aide Babafemi Ojodu, while commenting on the matter, said that Osibanjo and Tinubu are both members of the same political family. Osibanjo regards Tinubu as a respected leader of a political family to which he belongs and will therefore, not for any reason, endorse an endeavor that will seek to pitch them against each other. We are not unaware of some people who want to force a crack among our leaders. Such an attempt is abortive. Osibanjo and Tinubu's relationship dates way back and it shall continue to wax strong, is stated. The news of this rift between Osibanjo and Tinubu has always been there. We know that they've always pushed it away. About a week ago, it was Babafemi Ojodu who was stating that Tinubu and Tinubu and Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, they have very great relationship. But we know there's nothing hidden that will not be that will not come out eventually. Now, for Tinubu was in Lagos for about 3 months, 2.5 months. And speculations have started going around that Tinubu was the only missing man. Reports, we gathered report that Tinubu's home in London, his London residence, now turned Mecca. The way politicians were trooping in and out. And every now and then, when they return, they are being asked, what is going on there? Is it 2023 people already working on? Is that the calculations and the permutations going on, the underground work going on? What is happening from Lagos State House of Assembly leader Obasa, obviously Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, Rotimi Akeredolu, President Muhammadu Buhari himself, a lot of politicians, is it not the northerners? They all trooped in. Everyone visited Bola Tinubu. And when these guys were asked, they said that Tinubu is the leader of their parties, their leader. That's correct, the national leader of the All Progressive Congress. It was even the governor of Ondo State who was saying that it was the proper thing to do. He said, courtesy demands that if an elder is poorly, that you visit the elder, and also to confirm that a lot of rumors have been flying around that Tinubu cannot walk. Tinubu is terribly ill, this is what is happening, that they wanted to see for themselves, and they went there. That is the reason they went. They had nothing. So all of them that when nobody accepted or agreed that they were actually talking about 2023, they said it was nothing to do with that. It was just to see him, how he's faring and how he's doing. Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, we can recall how he became the vice president. It was Bola Tinubu who put him forward. During the 2015 general election, during the campaigning days, it was meant to be a Buhari and Tinubu ticket. But the party, they looked at it that that might be a setback for them. The Nigerians will look at it as a Muslim ticket. So let them mix things up. So that was how Tinubu stepped aside, and he was the one that picked Yemi Osibanjo. And up to now, up to date, that sacrifice of Bola Tinubu is still being talked about. That is why gentleman's agreement has been coming up. I don't know if we've heard about that. There was a gentleman's agreement between Bola Tinubu and President Muhammadu Buhari, that for what he did, for stepping down, for Vice President Yemi Osibanjo to take over, that when Buhari finishes his tenure, he will just simply hand over to him. But with all of this going on, the other day we got reports from the north that the north, they were seriously pushing and mobilizing for Yemi Osibanjo. Yemi Osibanjo himself has spoken that he doesn't have any intention in running for presidency. He's made it clear. But speculations have started going around that it's because Bola Tinubu is aware of Osibanjo's presidential ambition. That was why he snubbed him. So the report now is that Osibanjo arrived in United Kingdom to see Bola Tinubu, but Bola Tinubu had left, and that there was no other explanation for Bola Tinubu not wanting to see Yemi Osibanjo, if not that he's not happy with the fact that Osibanjo is trying to run for presidency, knowing fully well that he himself, but Tinubu himself has not come out in the open to tell anyone that he wants to run for presidency. The masses will decide. Everybody, the masses have the scorecard of these politicians. Bola Tinubu, his scorecard is with Nigerians. He ruled Lagos State for 8 years. If Nigerians want him to return as president, they will let him know when that time comes. So there's no need to begin to get into battle. Well, my people, let's hear your own take. It's quite interesting. 2023 is truly shaking tables. Let's hear your take. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe till I come your way again on more updates. Bye.